The Metro East Sports Podcast is proudly presented by Little Caesars, famous for its hot and ready pizza and delicious crazy bread. Little Caesars has been named Best Value in America for the past 12 years. Little Caesars products are made with quality ingredients like fresh, never frozen mozzarella and Munster cheese and sauce made from fresh-packed, vine-ripened California crushed tomatoes. Treat your family to some delicious Little Caesars pizza in Alton, Glen Carbon, Troy, Collinsville, Shiloh, or Granite City today.
Get ready for the award-winning #1 sports podcast on our side of the river. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast.
From the front office Wealth Strategies studio in beautiful, windy Edwardsville, welcome to the Metro East Sports Podcast, talking all things sports in the Metro East. Season number 6, show number 11, recorded Monday, April 28th. I am David Leip alongside, welcome back, Jeb Blassingame. Good to see you.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
From Keller Williams Marquis, the Blassingame Group, of course.
Yep.
And when did you get back in town from Arizona?
March 15th.
Okay, so you're acclimating to warmer weather here now, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, tonight's show features a lot of amazing athletes. Guest number 3, we're going to talk to Coach Latham, track and field coach from Muscuda, and he is bringing one of the fastest kids in the state, Noah Felt, from Muscuda High School track and field. Guest number 2 is one of the local bowling gurus, Sean Hay from Collinsville K-Hawk Bowling. And guest number 1 is the 8A co-player of the year, Iose Epenesa from Edwardsville High School. Before we get started, I want to thank partners Cassens, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Callaway Home Loans, Keller Williams Marquis, the Blassingame Group, Integrity Spine and Joint Center, Front Office Fiduciary Network, Oakbrook Golf Club, Viviano Heating and Air Conditioning, and Play It Again Sports Edwardsville, and Snap Mobile. And I'm going to beg you for 3 things. Number 1, subscribe to this podcast. It's free, and you love it. Number 2, follow us in all of our social media platforms on X, Facebook, and, of course, the Gram, and on YouTube. We are publishing all interviews these days, thanks to All-Star Video Assistant Luke Slemmer. If you have a story idea, email me, please, at mesbdave@gmail.com. And remember, you can nominate your favorite team for Integrity Spine and Joint Center Metro East Team of the Month. Could be a park and rec team, could be a middle school team, a high school team, whatever you get to pick. To nominate a team for Team of the Month, send your suggestion to mesbdave@gmail.com. Please put Team of the Month in the subject line. Guest number 1, welcome to the show, Iose Epenesa.
How you doing, Mr. Leip?
Good to see you. I just saw you, 3 hours ago in our 5th hour class?
Yep.
You're not getting sick of me, are you?
Nope.
Love that sports and lit.
Oh, yeah, I love sports and lit. Get to learn all about people that did it before us.
Which athlete that we've studied do you think you'll remember long after this class?
I mean, personally, I'd probably say Roberto Clemente. He was just a really inspirational guy in class, and being able to learn about him is just pretty cool.
Cool. All right. Congrats. Another amazing football season for you. The Tigers had a good year, qualified for the playoffs again. So what will you remember from this season?
From this season, I'll remember all the memories I had with my teammates. Being a senior, it just feels a little different. To be out there and play on the field, it just feels like you have a little bit more to play for, and it's a little sadder to be on the field and just look at the crowd for like the last time being in Edwardsville. It's just kind of just a little sad.
You had a good time during your career in Edwardsville. You played for 2 awesome head coaches, Coach Martin, Coach Pickering. What do you think you're going to miss the most about being a Tiger?
I mean, probably just being able to play with my teammates that I grew up with, and like I played with in Little Tigers and middle school, that I'll never be able to play with those guys ever again. I'm playing with next year I'll be playing in Iowa with a bunch of people that are from different states and from different places and different backgrounds.
Jeb, you were a multi-sport athlete in high school. You went from soccer to basketball to track. Yep. This young man goes from football to basketball to track. So
What do you do in track?
I do discus and shot put.
There we go. That's what I did.
You did that also?
Yep. I actually did it in college.
You did?
Yep. University of Illinois, Chicago. I was on I did the disc and shot put.
I knew that you were I would have thought your first sport was soccer.
It was.
You were an amazing goalie.
Yeah, no, I went there on soccer, and then once I got to the school after soccer season, this is, years ago, 20 years ago, when you could do multiple sports. And so I walked on the track team, and I did disc and track, or disc and shot put.
What's it like for you going from one to another?
I mean, I got used to it eventually. I would usually take a week off between sports, and then, it's just what I've always been doing since I was young. I always played basketball or baseball or any other sports. I grew up playing a lot of sports, so it's just an easy transition.
I think it's great.
Go ahead, yeah.
I really do think it's great because it gives you a mental break from just focusing so hard during the season. Instead of doing that 12 months a year, you get a break. I think it's good for you.
Yeah, I think it's really good for me too because you get to work on different things. Like football is more strength and all that. But basketball is a little more finesse, and then even track, even more finesse than that. It's just pretty good for your body.
I feel like basketball and track helped you be a better football player.
Oh yeah, I definitely think so. I think it helped in footwork and just other even mentally in the headspace, having the right headspace to do things.
Describe your football game. Describe how you play.
I don't know how to describe it.
How do you think other people describe you?
I hear a lot of people talk about it whenever I go around and different track meets and stuff. People always say, "Oh, you're so good," all this, and I'm like, I didn't really think I had a good game in that game, and so it's just pretty cool to hear about that.
But you line up, and your favorite place to line up is on the edge rather than on the interior.
Yes.
And you're a fast guy, but you're a strong guy, and you're good at stopping the run, and you're good at getting around and getting into the backfield too, right?
Yeah.
No offense for you? Did you play any offense for the Tigers?
I did. I played tight end. Actually, as a freshman, I started at tight end, and then I transitioned to defensive end, and then Jack Weaver came in and took the tight end spot at that time, and so I played tight end, and then I did some long snapping for special teams.
And that runs in your family, I hear.
Yep. AJ was a long snapper. He started it, and then Eric was, and then, I was like, I have to at that point.
And he's doing some long snapping now with the Bills.
AJ is a second-string long snapper, so.
Okay. And that adds longevity to one's career in the NFL, and that's a super smart move on his part. Do your brothers, Eric and AJ, give you a lot of advice for football and just life in general?
Oh, yeah. They're my biggest mentors apart from my dad. My dad has always been there. He teaches me how to play football, teaches me how to do all this stuff. But Eric and AJ are the people I can talk to about how I'm feeling about football and stuff like this. And it's just really good to hear because they're not my parents, and so they're not looking at it from that standpoint. And so they're just people I can call and text and just contact to ask about football questions and stuff like that. They do help a lot.
Not your sister Sam, volleyball star from Purdue University. I bet you could ask her. I bet you could ask her for some sound athletic advice, and she could give it.
Oh yeah, I do. I ask her some questions every once in a while, but sometimes I just call her to see how she's doing since she's been out for a little bit.
That's awesome. Okay, what's more exciting, dunking a basketball or sacking a quarterback?
That's actually a pretty good question.
Thanks.
Because sacking a quarterback's awesome because you have more fans there and you look over at the crowd and it's just everyone's erupting. But dunking a basketball, I didn't have much balance, and so once I got one, it was pretty good. It was pretty exciting. So personally, I would say sacking a quarterback because it just feels better, and you got all your teammates out there celebrating with you, and you can do a little dance, whatever you want to do. But I think definitely sacking a quarterback.
Do you do little dances?
I try to dance. I try to do something.
All right, Caleb, we got to get a video of that when we're done here. I want to see your dunk dance here when we're done. For extra credit, of course, for sports and lit class. What about throwing the shot and the discus? Is that a little bit more laid back in the sense that you don't have several thousand people there watching you and cheering for you? Is it kind of fun for you to go into a space where there aren't a ton of people putting pressure on you maybe?
Oh yeah, I definitely think it is better to do that because I feel like there's no pressure really at all at that point. It's just you in the field, and like track and field to me is just better because it's just a solo event. Like you get to do your own thing instead of having teammates and stuff. Well, you still have teammates for the big score, but it's just you out there competing to help your team in the long run.
Okay, let's talk about Iowa for a second. You chose to follow in the footsteps of your dad and both of your older brothers. So some people might say, well, that was a no-brainer. He was always going to pick Iowa. But your recruiting process, how would you describe it? Because it wasn't always Iowa was a done deal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I told this guy called me the other day for the newspaper. At first, I didn't want to play at Iowa. I told everyone I don't want to go there. Because I just didn't want to be like overshadowed by the people before me. And then eventually, throughout all the process and all that, we went through all these other schools. I mean, the better fit for me and my family was Iowa, and so it just felt like home at the end of it. And so, I mean, I'm a religious guy, so I prayed a lot about it at night, and then eventually I came to the conclusion that Iowa was just the best fit for me. It's the closest to home, and then I didn't really care about all the money and all that like some of these guys do in the recruiting process nowadays. It's the NIL, and so, but it's just really what felt like home to me because I'm not really looking for the highest paid right now. I'm looking to try to make it to the next level, whatever place can make me
help you become an NFL star.
Yes.
Is what you're looking for. So you felt like Iowa was going to help you build the skills necessary to succeed at that next level. And I guess your brother probably said, this is a good idea. It worked for me, right?
They loved it. When I went on my official visit, they were both there, and then that probably helped a little bit, but they liked it a lot.
I respect the fact that it seems like they left it up to you, though. Like they maybe encouraged you to choose Iowa, but didn't say, look, you have to go where we went.
Yeah, they were throwing hints every once in a while. My dad was throwing a lot of hints to maybe go that way, but I tried to keep it open-minded and try to look at keep it all even for every school.
What are you most looking forward to about becoming a Hawkeye?
I mean, I'm most looking forward to just being better and just transforming into like the college body, and like I'm not going to be doing all three sports, and so I want to see like how it is for just the football like body and transformation, how that it's going to be, and so I'm most excited to see that.
But they're going to keep you busy on football every single month. You know, I imagine after the football season ends, they give you a few weeks off to recover, but then it's spring football, and then it's a little break in the summer, and then it's summer football, and then obviously the fall is your prime season. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you've got some history with the Epenesa family, Mr. Jeb.
Way back when.
You coached?
I coached AJ in soccer, actually.
That's
when
crazy.
He was about 9 years old. We played 3-on-3, and we traveled around, and we went to Iowa, played in Iowa, and we actually were good enough that we went down to Disney World and played in the national championships.
That's crazy.
Yep. So AJ was on there, and it's funny because when they were 9, AJ was still like a foot taller than everybody. And I'd have parents come over to me and start yelling at me saying, that kid's not 9 years old. And all I had to do is look at your dad and say, go talk to Mr. Epenesa. And he'd stand up out of his chair and they go, that's okay. We believe you. And they turn around and walk away.
That's what my dad always says. He says he always used to bring his birth certificate everywhere he went. And so that's just how it was.
Yeah. What a great family.
Did you play any soccer?
I did, but I didn't really like it. And so it was like when I was at 5 or 6 at the YMCA. That's
but it wasn't your thing. You only played 1 year? Couple years maybe?
Couple years maybe, I think.
Sounds like AJ played a few.
He played a few, yeah. He was good.
I think it's healthy for kids who even see a future in football to play soccer just for the running aspect.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah, it all helps and contributes in a different way. Like all the sports help each other out, really.
Cool.
All right, I got to ask about the tattoo because this is how I can watch AJ on TV. I'm looking for him. I don't see his number. I'm like, there
57.
He is. I can see the tattoo, and his shoes are red too.
Yes, he likes to wear red shoes so my mom can see him every game.
It's a Samoan, traditional Samoan tattoo, right?
Yep.
Any history behind the tattoo?
I mean, my dad is from American Samoa, and so just bringing that heritage to Illinois is just pretty cool to me. And so this is just like to represent my family and like the people before me, and like just pretty cool to bring it to Illinois.
Polynesian culture has been important to you and to your family. You played in the Polynesian Bowl this last January, I think it was.
Yep.
How was that experience? Where was the game?
It was in Hawaii at the Kamehameha High School, which is like only native Hawaiian people can go to that high school, and it was on a mountain, and so it was pretty cool because the ocean and the cities were in the background, and so it was just awesome to be there and be a part of like the Hawaiian culture and the Polynesian culture.
Were only Polynesians allowed to play in the Polynesian Bowl?
No, it was just the highest rated, like ranked people were invited and stuff, but a lot of the main like island kids from Hawaii were invited to it, and then just, you know, people like Polynesians around the states.
Very good. And you go to Samoa. You visit Samoa. You have a lot of family in Samoa. How often do you go?
Not often. It's a very expensive trip. I've only been twice in my life, and my first time I think was in 8th grade, and then freshman year, I think. But we usually only go for like special events. Like we went for a funeral one year, and then went for a marriage the next year. So it's a very expensive trip to go, especially with multiple people. I have a bigger family, and so we can't usually take everyone. And so last time it was just me and my dad.
All right, man. You have any other questions about football or Iowa or anything else? Because then we have to talk about Kirkwall Ba.
Oh, yeah, I got to hear about this.
Okay, so you're giving a presentation in class.
Yep.
And with a group presentation in just 2 days on Kirkwall Ba. Tell the people about Kirkwall Ba.
Kirkwall ball is a sport that is played annually. It's just a game that originated in the town of Kirkwall in
the Isle of Orkney, which is this tiny little island off the very top of Scotland.
Yep.
And what do they do?
It's kind of like a rugby ball. It's like a leather ball they have, which they throw. Like it's a whole town event, and so they all gather in like the middle of the town, and it's the people from up, like they call them the uppies and then the doonies, and it's like people from uptown and downtown is like a line in the middle, and then
they just throw the ball off the top of the church.
They throw the ball off the top of the church into a big crowd of people, and it's kind of like rugby. It's like a scrum or whatever, and they kind of just fight for the ball, really.
But it's the whole town.
It's the entire
town. It's like rugby, but the whole town is the field. And so one team is trying to get the ball.
They're trying to get it down to the harbor.
Yes.
Throw it. That's where the downtown takes it, and they try to throw it into the water. That's how they win. And then I think they throw it.
Uppies throw it.
I think it's at a cathedral or something,
yes.
But they throw it at the wall.
Yes.
And then that's how they win. And so that's just how the two teams win.
So it'd be like going down to St. Boniface,
right,
throwing it off, and then the Easties have got to take it down to the cemetery at the end of St. Louis Street. And the Westies have got to take it up and throw it in the pond at Dunlap. See, I've already thought it out. I got the whole thing.
It.
But they put the boards on the windows. The entire town plays. So there's like 500 people in one giant scrum. Nobody has any idea where the ball is. They're all beating the crap out of each other. And when do they play it? Once a year? When do they play it? Twice a year. When do they play it?
Or New Year's Eve or New Year's Day.
Yeah, New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
But can you imagine the Epenesa family? Like the Epenesa family, whichever side they're on, that side is winning.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking that side.
I think they should try that in Hawaii and see how that goes down.
That would be amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
That would be amazing. All right. Iose, thanks so much for coming by, man. I appreciate you. You've done a great job in class. You're a classy kid. That's because your parents have done a great job with you, just like all the Epenesas. I've had all the boys in class. I never had your sister because she took honors English. But anyway, all the male Epenesas have all been the same, just like nice kids, great athletes. So I know you're going to crush it at Iowa. So congratulations. Mespy winner, 8A co-football player of the year, along with Jonathan Rulo from Belleville East. You guys were both first team All-State. So congratulations to both of you, and keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Light. Thank you for having me on the show.